Merrick, New York. Well, I have a feeling the connection is not that good. I see like a delay in my lips moving. In any event, here I am. We had a very good 4th of July for the most part. We were out in the Hamptons vicinity, and I came to you live from the Hamptons yesterday. We had a lively discussion with a Philadelphia Phillies fan, and it's okay. So this is Dr. J at 11. Welcome back. Yesterday we had a lively discussion from the Hamptons area with a Philadelphia Phillies fan. It's amazing how much hatred spews out of Philadelphia Phillies fans towards us Met fans. They don't like us Met fans very much, do they? And come to think of it, the Boston Red Sox fans, they don't love us Yankee fans. Nobody likes New Yorkers. Is that what it is? I mean, come on. New York to Philadelphia is a stone's throw. And on the 4th of July, it all started in Philadelphia, didn't it? And the first capital, and I know New York was a capital for a while until we wound up in Washington, D.C. Well, my history isn't great, but my history of baseball is probably a little better. And I know that Philadelphia and New York have had a rivalry, as has Atlanta and New York. And we don't like those Braves being in first place. We don't like those Phils being in second place either. And the Nationals, we're not too fond of them either. So I guess, tit for tat. Anyway, we want to take a look at stocks at 11:30. So for that, we're going to turn to the charts from finance.yahoo.com. I'm going to have to share screen. Bear with me a minute. Okay. Let's hide this. And let's go to the charts. First, let's look at the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ is up 4%, no, 0.2%, 20 points. And a small move on the upside. What was its range of the day? Let's see if we can grab that. Its range of the day was a low of 70.25 and a high of 70.79. High of 70.79, yeah. Okay, notice this beautiful 3-month channel that began in early April has been broken on the downside. It's been clearly broken the last 3 days, and that is not a good sign for us bullish guys. So fasten your seatbelts. It might be that the NASDAQ is going to give back some territory, maybe at least to the start of that April 4th rally. April 4th low was 63.26. That would only be another 75, 80 points down. I think that's certainly likely to happen. After that, it's anyone's guess, although there's a lot of white space below. So my guess would be bear market territory if indeed we go below this April 4th low, which is, in my opinion, a good chance. So I'm not very optimistic short term. Long term is another story. But let's look at the Dow right now. Well, maybe first, let's look at the daily chart of the NASDAQ, see if we can learn anything from that. The daily chart of the NASDAQ. All right, the daily chart of the NASDAQ shows an early morning move up, followed by a nice decline into the 1040 area, and then a little pop at 1049, and now we're continuing the downtrend on the day. So there's a very nice trend line that could be drawn here. Showing a distinct downward trend. I can grab it. A distinct on the day. Let's see if I can draw this line. There it comes. So there we have it, a lower trend line that the Nasdaq's been following on the day. It's moving a little bit away from it now, but it does look like a down day earlier in the morning. Let's take a look at the Dow. The Dow, where are you, Dow? Okay. The Dow is down 15 points at 102. And as we saw before, it's been carving out some new lows from 529 up until 628. We have a new low is formed. It might be a significant low. So we don't like lower lows. If this low is taken out on 5.3, 531, I think the Dow is not in good shape at all. So 2350s is big trouble for the Dow, and that's 700. So it's only 70 points away. That could happen in a blip. In the little blip that I spoke to you, the Dow moved from negative territory to positive territory. So it's quite volatile. Let's take a look at it on the day. So far today, how's the Dow been moving? We're looking at basically 2 hours of the Dow from 9:30 until now. So let's look at it. This is the 10:30 Dow. At 10:30, no. This is, what are these, 1 minute charts? We don't want 1 minute, we want 5 minutes. Candles, much better. All right, so this is much easier to look at. So we have currently it is 11 a.m. and we have this sort of down, well, it is downward movement. Let's see if we can draw a trend line here. I guess it would also be similar to the NASDAQ. We'll use the lows of the morning at 9:30 to start our trend line. We're going to draw. If you just draw a line, not very good at drawing lines, apparently. Come on. Okay, there's a line. There we go. Okay, so we see that we're on a downward slope early in the morning in both the NASDAQ and the Dow. Let's see what the high of the day was for the Dow and the low of the day. The Dow is now up 55 points, so it's been moving up while we're chatting and coming off of that trend line. So let's see where we were for the day. For the day, where's the high? Where's the low? All right, so here we go. Today is the 5th of July. And the high today, 24,237. We're at the high today. And the low today, 24,220. Is that right? No, we're still in the daily. Let's go to the year to date. Sorry about that. So for the year to date, today is the 25th, is the 5th of July. Higher today, 24,357. Lower today, 24,177. So we're in a very narrow trading range early in the morning. 200 points, not even, and that's really nothing for the Dow, considering it's up at 24,000. So percentage-wise, we're 1/4% up at 60 points up. I should keep talking. The more I talk, the higher it goes. Well, let's hope that's the case, because Dr. J only wants good things for everybody. But we're going to get out of this screen share and say, and bid you adieu, maybe give you a few words of wisdom before I do that. So let's get into the camera again. I got to get out of screen share. Stop screen sharing. All right, I should be back in a second. Hi all. So I hope you've enjoyed commentary today on the Dow and Nasdaq. Both seem to be rebounding in the short time that we've been together. The downward trend line from early in the morning is still something to be looked at. So I wouldn't get too excited about these little blips. I do hope that we have a strong day today to start off the summer vacations and the summer season. I'm all for having a summer rally. It's just that I think the odds are more likely that we won't than we will this year. Hate to be a doomsayer, but I'm not calling for a collapse in the market, but I am calling for maybe another 10% to the downside. See you all tomorrow. Hasta mañana.